videographer, I think is the term. Young lady in the back, tell us your name.
Maddie Hegel.
And you're a high school student?
Yeah.
Filling in for Mr.
Ryan.
Yeah, Mr. Rotman and Mr. Barton. So welcome, I'm glad to have you here. Okay, starting with good news. I told the staff, let's finish strong and tell our story, and they have come through with lots of good news notes for your attention and for the community's attention. First, from the Sauce Eater, who I think is here, or she was earlier. Screen Free Week was held April 27th to May 2nd. Was an event shared by 85 Chilton families from Chilton Public Schools and Chilton Area Catholic School. The week started off with children making couch potatoes and displaying them in the library. Family reading night, read around the school with 11 different stories and activities, mostly about owls. Family dinner and game night, nature crafts, including tree weaving at Ledger Nature Center, and family swim night. Great time was had by all who participated. Hopefully families learned that there are many commercial-free, screen-free activities that can bring families together and allow children to use their imagination, become physically active instead of sitting inside playing video games or becoming couch potatoes themselves. She also writes that the annual book fair is currently open at Chilton Elementary and Middle School libraries, providing reasonably priced books to students to prevent the summer slide. Book fair proceeds go to fund items that the regular budget cannot provide for, including library club parties. And last but not least, the end of year library club party is held for 3rd through 8th grade students who consistently show good work habits and career skills. Last semester's club went to the Lego movie, and this semester's club will go roller skating. The 2013-14 library club involved 63 students who volunteer a half to 3/4 of an hour per week, helping with various library tasks. So, good job to all of them. This in from Carolyn Plattner, kindergarten teacher, who said that kindergarten had their spring program on Friday. Students did a great job singing and dancing. Fun time was had by all. And afterwards, they went on a field trip to the new zoo. So a busy day last Friday for our kindergarten students. This in from Candy Koenigs, and I don't know if Mrs. Lau has this. Do you remember when I told you that for the programs now in the English Center, you can scan a QR code, you don't need to get the whole program? Well, we have QR codes in the kindergarten room now.
Which one is
Candy Koenigs.
it? Is it the video or
Yes,
the pictures?
the video. I'm sorry. Here's a short video clip of a math center using the Common Core standard of subtracting fluently from 0 to 5. The kids are scanning a QR code and then writing and answering the subtraction fact. The stand that is holding the iPad is a granted wish from Mrs. Schuster. The stand can be used like you will see in the video, or the arm can flip out horizontally and hold the iPad so that it can be used as a document camera as well. The kids are loving this math center as a techie way to practice math facts. I don't know if we need to see the whole thing, but it is quite fun. Isn't that cool? Then there's a lot of talk about 5 minus 1. You have a lot of the old with the new too. See the crown? This is wearing the birthday crowns. But we're doing math facts in a new way. Okay, it goes on. It's pretty much discussion with the kids. Speaking of math, Mr. Rudick from the high school writes, the high school math team competed in March in the Wisconsin Mathematics Council State Math Contest as a Class B school enrollment between 500 and 750 students. I'm pleased to inform you that Chilton High School took 2nd place in the state of Wisconsin. Our team included seniors Tyler Rudig and Jared Taylor, junior Austin Dawson, sophomores Michael East, Heather Mathis, Camden Maney, and Nicole Main, freshman Hannah Riley. Furthermore, 3 of the team members were recognized by the Wisconsin Math Council for high individual scores. Tyler Rudig was named to the 1st place All-State team, and both Nick Kapitsky and Austin Dawson were named to the 2nd place All-State team, and Austin is with us tonight. This makes a nice end to Tyler's illustrious math career. This is being written by his father, of course, as he passes on the torch of math team captain to Nick Kapitsky. So that being from Mr. Rudig. Congratulations personally to you, Austin. Nice job. This in from Mr. Johnson, middle school science teacher. The 4th annual Tri-College Tour of the 8th grade class was once again a huge success. Over 100 students toured Marian University and UW-Fond du Lac on Friday, May 9th. The students returned back to Chilton Middle School and met with representatives from Fox Valley Tech College. The students experienced the like of a 4-year university, a 2-year community college, and a technical college throughout the day. Our appreciation goes out to Mr. Joey O'Brien for coordinating this successful experience for the entire class. Any comments you want to add to that, Mr. O'Brien?
We've been doing this for a few years now. It just gives the kids a very good snapshot of the different levels within our systems of the 2-year tech. They also go to the 2-year UW system, UW-Fond du Lac type, and then they go to a 4-year private one as well, which is, we've either gone to Lawrence or Marion, and then they talk, kids don't have a clue about financial, like the costs and some of those things. So they kind of go through that with them, even at an early age in 8th grade, and then how important it is your high school programming is that goes along with it.
This is the 2nd year or 3rd year of the tours?
This would be the 2nd year that we've started this, yep.
Very recently, I had a conversation with the Baker Scholarship essayist. I read the essays. And over and over and over again, I really didn't apply myself in my freshman and sophomore year. Realized I couldn't keep doing that and poured it on in my junior and senior year. So I had a lot of these students come in and talk with me about a week ago. And I said, I hear that so often. What can we do to change that? And the response was, maybe Dr. Martin, if you start talking about college a little sooner. And then I said, but did you have the Tiger Talks with Mr. Bowman? Was he your counselor? And he thought for a minute and he said, yeah, but I wasn't really listening then. So maybe actually going there will help reinforce that
It
message.
is.
Do you have the picture from Mrs. Mullman? This is a great picture. She says, she writes, it was the greatest day in child development yesterday. She wrote this last week, Thursday. Mrs. Schuster gave a great tour of the 4K and 5K classrooms. Many of these students were the very first 4K class, and look, they still fit.
Because that was their original carpet?
That was their original.
So, as much as things change, they stay the same. Here they are. So, it goes by quickly. Speaking of 4K, this is from Mrs. Plushak. I'd like to publicly thank the PTA and their involvement with making Teacher Appreciation Week so special in Chilton. The group is not big in numbers, but they do outstanding work for the schools. Thank you on behalf of Mrs. Plushak. This in from Kelly Main, business ed teacher at Chilton High School. The business ed and FACE departments were awarded $6,999 from the Financial Literacy Innovation Awards distributed by the Governor's Council on Financial Literacy and the Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions, DFI. This grant will help us implement the new graduation requirement for financial literacy at Chilton High School. Speaking about financial literacy, I had my 10 accounting students take the WISE Financial Literacy Certification test this month. Does that ring a bell to you, Mr. Bailey?
No.
7 of the 10, perhaps we should administer it. I don't know. 7 of the 10 students became certified, and Patrick Breckheimer scored 100% on the 50-question test. You can see some of the certifications above some of the student lockers in the hallway at the high school. It truly is nice to see students so proud of their accomplishment. So, good for them. Recently, there has been some press about higher graduation rates continuing to rise in northeastern Wisconsin. The statewide average graduation rate was 88% in 2012-13, which is up from 85.7% in 2009-2010. This happens to be from WBAY, which I think is Channel 2. And they also came out to interview our own Chilton High School principal. I don't know if you caught it on the news that night. Mr. Brightlow, Chilton High School's graduation rate exceeds the state average of 88%, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
And it is?
98.3.
So the reporter, I believe, told you we were among the highest, if not perhaps the second highest.
Yeah, she had just said kind of off the cuff that she thought we were the second highest in the region in terms of graduation rate.
So the state is at 88 and we're at 98 point,
3.
so pretty amazing. A lot of good hard work from our staff here at the high school, but also our staff over at Fox Valley Tech, which is providing an alternative to make sure that we're meeting the needs of all kids and getting them with a high school diploma. So, Stephanie Bartles sent a picture. I don't know if I sent it to you, Mrs. Lau. Carolyn Dix placed 3rd place in photography at the Solar Olympics. So no small feat there, was it? It was a very nice picture that you sent of her smiling away from ear to ear. We have Mr. Roman sent this. He says, visual proof that 7th grader Max Rudig scored 303 points on the spring NWEA mathematics test yesterday. This score of 303 breaks the old record, which again was set by Max Rudig, back on the winter NWEA mathematics test. I think he was in the mid-280s at that point. We didn't think it was possible to get a score of over 300, but apparently NWEA testing is unlike bowling. And I asked him if we could share this. Mr. Rudig approved that we could share his personal name. So congratulations to him.
Can I just add something on that?
Sure, go ahead.
Max is one of those very unique students that we try and provide for him because of his gifts. This year, he has not taken any 7th grade math or 8th grade math. He was accelerated last year to 8th grade as a 6th grader, and so this year he has been under independent study doing the Khan Academy, and so he has been working with our teacher and also his father, who've been supervising his programming, and he just took the Algebra 2 test and took a 102 on it, so he's aced that as a 7th grader. So we met tonight, went through some things, but he's just an example of some things that we try and do for some kids that are really
Off the charts.
taking the top off.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations to him. This came to me, I think, from Mrs. Burke. You might recall that Mrs. Burke, middle school literacy teacher in Chilton, Wisconsin, asked her students to write a persuasive essay to encourage people to eat at their favorite restaurant. We are pleased to feature Shayla's fabulous essay here. Kudos to teachers who find unique and fun ways to teach kids about our world. And this was published in what's called Cow Talk. And Shayla's essay was about Smart Cow, that they should eat at Smart Cow. Is that a
It's a
restaurant?
yogurt, like a.
Oh, okay. Okay, so in their publication for their business, they printed her essay with a picture of her and referenced.
Actually, sounds like our 8th business or 10th business that has contacted us back with something. We've had Subway deliver subs to everybody. We've had, lots of responses back from this effort.
Mr. Bretlow, maybe you can help me with this. I believe we have had 4 students from Chilton High School chosen for this. This is a letter from the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point. It says, congratulations, you have been chosen from students all over Wisconsin to join the 2014 UWSP English for College program. This is a special honor. You will receive a scholarship from the state of Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction for the entire cost of the program, which is approximately $2,500. Was this for Chilton High School students?
It was for, one Chilton High School student, an excellent individual who will utilize it to the fullest capacity.
I don't know why I was thinking 4, but it was 1 student.
I thought it was 2.
It is two.
We've only got one going. We only
Oh, but
nominated
2.
one.
Oh, I thought it was.
We have accepted letters for two.
Oh, I only saw one.
So we have a couple students that
English
are,
language learners.
yes,
I
getting
didn't
this,
see that one.
getting this. Mrs. Schuster, do you know a little more about this program?
It is offered through UW Stevens Point. This is the 2nd year that we've had students attend. You apply for scholarships. It's a course right on campus. Everything is basically provided for you. And it's English and study skills to help you prepare to go to college. Because ESL or ELL students sometimes have that extra academic barrier of the language.
And so this is especially for those students? Okay, with English as their second language.
Correct.
Okay. This is from Mrs. Beasy. Sometimes we have staff members who send us information about former students. And she writes, my good news is that my daughter, Brooklyn Beasy, graduated from Purdue University this weekend with honors. While many college students are taking more than the usual 4 years to complete their degrees, Brooklyn completed her animal science degree in 3 years. I compliment the Chilton High School staff for helping prepare her in this amazing journey. Parents cannot raise children alone. It takes a community, and I am blessed to live and teach in the Chilton Public School District. So congratulations to Brooklyn, her family, and nice of her to think of us back here in Chilton as helping to prepare that young lady. Another teacher who was very excited about her daughter and wanting to share the good news writes, this is from Mrs. Spore. She said that you may remember my daughter Kaylin. I wanted to share this with you. She gave up a scholarship at UW Parkside to take on a new venture at UW Whitewater and is very happy that she did. Their team, their softball team, won the regional tournament for NCAA D3 last weekend and are one team away from going to the national championship in Texas. That game was played this weekend, and Mrs. Spore wrote on Sunday they did it, they won, and they're going on to Tyler, Texas. This is a picture of the team before they won the berth to the Tyler, Texas game. So good news for the Spore family and Kaylin especially. Sometimes taking a risk, and even if it's a big one, it can pay off. That is my report.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Martin.